I'm not going anywhere with you. Then you'll die here tonight. Is that what you want? To let your grandmother's sacrifice mean nothing? The word sacrifice hit Serafina like a physical blow. She's dead, isn't she? Kieran nodded grimly. The Morrison pack found her first. She died protecting the location of your safe houses and the details of your human identity. She died so you could have this chance to choose your own fate. Serafina's legs gave out, and she fell to her knees on the broken glass from her windows. Her grandmother, the only family she had ever known, was gone, killed by creatures she hadn't even believed in 24 hours ago. The apartment door exploded off its hinges, and 3 massive wolves poured into the room, their eyes fixed on Serafina with a hunger that made her skin crawl. Behind them came 2 more, then 5, then 10, all of them shifting between human and wolf forms as they surrounded her. The Silver Luna, one of them breathed. She's real. She belongs to the Morrison pack now, another growled. We claimed her first. Like hell, a third snarled. The Henderson pack has prior claim. We've been tracking her bloodline for 50 years. Kieran stepped between Serafina and the advancing wolves, his body beginning to shift back toward his wolf form. She belongs to no one. The mate bond has been established. Challenge it, and you challenge me. The largest of the Morrison wolves, a gray beast with scars covering his muzzle, laughed. 1 against 15, Ashworth? Even an Alpha King has limits. Then let me show you mine. Kieran's transformation was faster than anything Serafina had ever seen. One moment he was human. The next he was a creature of shadow and death, larger than any of the other wolves and infinitely more dangerous. The golden light in his eyes was no longer warm. It was the light of a predator who had never lost a fight and never intended to. The battle was brutal and brief. Kieran moved like liquid darkness, his claws and fangs finding their marks with surgical precision. He didn't kill any of the intruders, but he made it clear that he could have. Within minutes, the surviving wolves were limping toward the destroyed door, whimpering their submission. Spread the word, Kieran said as he shifted back to human form. Not even breathing hard. The Luna is under my protection. Anyone who challenges that will answer to me personally. When they were alone again, Serafina stared at her mate with a mixture of awe and terror. You could have killed them all. Yes, but you didn't. I'm not a monster, Serafina. I'm just a king trying to prevent a war. He held out his hand to her. Come with me. I'll keep you safe while we figure out what the prophecy really means.
Safe? You just told me you've been hunting me for 25 years. That was before. Kieran's expression softened slightly. The mate bond changes everything. I can feel your emotions now, your pain, your fear. Hurting you would be like hurting myself. Serafina stood slowly, glass crunching under her bare feet. She could feel the truth in his words through their connection, but she could also feel his resentment. He didn't want a mate. He didn't want her. The bond was as much a prison for him as it was for her. What happens now? Now we learn to live with what fate has given us. We have time to figure out the prophecy, to find a way to break the cycle of hatred between our families. How much time? Kieran's expression darkened. There's something your grandmother didn't tell you about the prophecy. Something that makes our situation more complicated. From the ruins of her bookshelf, Serafina retrieved a leather-bound journal she had never seen before. It had been hidden behind her collection of rare first editions, protected by what felt like magic. The moment her fingers touched the cover, she knew it had belonged to her mother. She opened it to the first page and read aloud the words written in elegant script. The Luna must choose her mate before the 3rd blood moon, or both shall burn in eternal fire. The blood drained from her face. 3rd blood moon. Kieran nodded grimly. Blood moons come in cycles of 3, separated by 30 days each. Tonight was the first. We have 90 days to figure out what the prophecy means and make our choice. What choice? Bind the beast or break the bloodline. One of us gains ultimate power over the supernatural world. The other dies. And she saw centuries of pain and loneliness reflected there. In 90 days, we'll either rule everything together or destroy each other completely. Serafina clutched her mother's journal to her chest, feeling the weight of destiny settling on her shoulders like a funeral shroud. Then we have 90 days to find a third option. Kieran's smile was sharp as a blade. My thoughts exactly. As they stood in the ruins of her old life, surrounded by the scent of blood and broken glass, Serafina felt the mate bond pulse between them like a living thing. It carried emotions that weren't hers: determination, fear, and underneath it all, a longing so deep it took her breath away. The prophecy had begun. The countdown had started, and somewhere in the darkness beyond her shattered windows, she could hear the howling of wolves who would do anything to control her fate. But for the first time since waking up screaming, Serafina Blackthorn felt something other than fear. She felt power, raw, untamed, and growing stronger with every heartbeat. The blood moon was still watching, still waiting, and in 90 days, it would rise again to witness the choice that would reshape the supernatural world forever.